Sorry about the flimsy camera. So it was just me and this friend today. We were gonna have one other person join us, but she was feeling under the weather. But met up with this guy. He does do a lot of good artwork. I mean, I will say that. And he also admires my shading skills. So, but we're trying to see if we can start up an art group, a local art group, where it's more casual. We'll have a place and a date and time where we'll meet up, maybe once a week or once every couple weeks. And whoever shows. It's more of just a random roll the die. Who will show up? I intend to at least show up, so there's that. Yeah, today was going fine, and then all of a sudden, I left my friend a couple hours later after we hung out. Actually, 2.5 hours later, roughly. Went to go get food. Basically, I was just walking around this whole little plaza area that's pretty popular. And, then I went to another coffee shop and sat down and drew for a few hours. But then I started to feel like my mood just dipped. Just out of nowhere. I was feeling fine. I was happy. I was drawing something. Actually, I'll show you what I drew. I don't know if the camera will capture all the details. I do need to do better at drawing flames and drawing skin, but, here it is. Don't know if the camera could pick up all of that. So I drew that. Now I didn't draw that in the span of a few hours. I had already drawn it earlier, like about a couple weeks earlier, but I added to it. But then all of a sudden my mood just dipped to being sad and angry, just out of nowhere. And it wasn't even caused by anything. I don't know. Granted, it didn't last too long. I think I just needed to distract myself and get out of there, go to a new environment. I think that's why I get so agitated whenever we're in a certain place for too long. Because then I'll just start to have that mood dip and I need to get out of there. But, if I'm hanging out with friends or someone, I can't get out of there without telling them. And then, then we all have to leave. So, anyway, actually let me put this back before my cat decides to jump onto the fucking thing. I just don't understand why I can't be happy. It is such a fucking chore just to stay grounded. I have to constantly distract myself. I have to constantly just think of something else to do. And it is tiring. The heat also doesn't help. It's hot as balls outside. It's fucking in the triple digits now. But, I live in Texas, so, combine that with high humidity, it's just hell. It's just hell. Hell on earth. Actually, I feel sorry for the people who live right by the equator. I mean, we're close to the equator, but the people who live, right on that line, God help those people, Fuck. I don't know how they survive. But, I did do a right-handed drawing, so non-dominant hand. Let me find it real quick. Okay. So this I drew with my right hand. I am actually getting a little bit better with details. You can't see them all, but there are a bunch of lines that basically show wrinkles in the skin. Try drawing Bub the zombie. He's deformed, of course. Someone punched him in the face this way. So, he's getting a knuckle sandwich. Proportions are off, obviously. I'm joking. But, yeah. I drew that with my right hand. Tomorrow I do work. I am debating because apparently my tutoring job, I'm not getting 10 hours, I'm getting 13 hours. So I work on a day or it overlaps with my part-time job. I'm just wondering if I should even bother showing up. I'll try to give a heads up saying, you know, hey, I'll be late, you know, coming in by like an hour and a half maybe, you know, maybe 2 hours. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, this job, this tutoring job is paying 26 an hour, whereas this job I'm working, the part-time job, is paying 13 bucks an hour. And if I'm getting, you know, $26 an hour for, you know, for 13 hours, that's at least better than what I'm getting at this place. But, you know, I'll try and send a text to my manager, just let him know, hey, I'll be a couple hours late coming in Tuesday because, you know, I have this tutoring job. You know, unless they sweeten the pot and at least up my wage, you know, from 10 bucks an hour to maybe like at least 20 an hour and include the tips. Yeah, it sucks to even, it doesn't suck to even ask for that. Why am I saying it sucks to ask for that? I am literally among one of the fastest people there. I'm not trying to brag. Literally, I can organize and plan things and do things quickly. I'm just going slow at this job. But I'm still going fast. Fast enough to where I can handle multiple orders at once. So it's like, you're basically hiring a one-man army almost. But granted, you know, I don't want to deal with the stress, that's why I'm not a one-man army. I've already dealt with stress before. Working, you know, short-staffed. Like, I think the worst shift I've ever worked was at McDonald's. And it was just me and a manager. Oh, and one person in the kitchen for about an hour, and we had a mini rush. Not like a lunch rush, but like a mini rush. Hour and a half of doing that. We had to do the drive-thru, front counter. So, you know, if you guys ever complain about fast food being slow, maybe think about the shortages. Actually, no, there's no shortages. There is a shortage of a living wage. So, think about that. And people might argue, oh, you know, people who flip burgers for a living, you know, don't deserve a living wage. I will call bullshit on that all day long. If you work 40 hours a week, you should afford the essentials of life. And you should be able to participate in the economy. That's just not debatable. You know. Hell, if I told you you can earn $60,000 a year flipping burgers, would you take the job? Oh, you would? Okay. Well, hey, great. Oh, but what if instead you only earned maybe $30K a year flipping burgers? Would you take that job? No. Do you think it should pay more at least? Sure. Yeah. Granted, though, a lot of people continue to throw around these stupid bullshit arguments why people shouldn't get a living wage, and you know what? I just disagree. You know, the minimum wage was really supposed to be a minimum standard of living, you know, that FDR set up. It was to ensure that people could not only survive, but also potentially thrive. You know, get out of their current situation and make more money. Be able to participate in the economy even more. Now our economy is just run on debt. I mean, granted, we've always kind of been kicking the can down the road, but it's worse this time. It's gotten a lot worse. Anyway, I'm rambling on. So tomorrow I work. I didn't work out today, mainly because I wanted just to take the day off to meet this friend of mine. I'm probably not going to work out tomorrow either, because I'm going to hang out with another friend. We're probably going to go down to the same place, but instead we're going to get food. I didn't get food down. Well, I did get food down there, but I got it at a different restaurant. We're going to a ramen place. I had Italian for lunch. So, anyway, you know, I'm glad at least these videos help, but, you know, I'm also venting. I'm also doing this as a way to cope because I don't always have a person to sit down and talk to, you know. I'm just putting this out there into the void and see who responds, you know. Oh, and the people who are commenting on, like, my strength, thank you. I am working to get stronger. It's taking some time. Granted, I don't look like I'm strong. I have a sleeper build, but, you know, the 200 kilo deadlift can probably prove otherwise, and I'm, yeah, 174 pounds. Might be losing a few more pounds, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here. I might get some food, might get something to eat, I don't know. I don't feel too hungry. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. or good night in this case. It's night where I'm at.